People have been saying Balenciaga in Latin is the Luciferian thelema motto, do what thou wilt. And this has been going around all over social, Facebook, and Twitter. If you go into Google and you type in Balenciaga, you get do what you want as in Latin. This is not true. This is fake. I don't know if this is a psyop by Google. I don't know why this is, but I've studied Latin for 12, 15 years. These words right here are not Latin words. Balenciaga is not Latin, all right? And it doesn't mean do what thou want. People are associating the B-A-L with Baal, do what you want, but this is not Latin. And why is Google, sorry, my dogs are going cray in the back. Why is Google promoting this do what thou want? Do what thou want is this satanic motto. It comes from thelema. It's basically do whatever you want. There are no 10 commandments. Thou shalt, thou shalt, thou shalt, thou shalt. It's do what thou want. So somehow Google's part of this psyop of making Balenciaga mean that when it doesn't. As a matter of fact, it's a corruption of St. Augustine's quote. St. Augustine said, love and do what thou wilt. In Latin, dilige et quod vis fac. That's what St. Augustine said in Latin. They've taken the love part off, and they just have the quod vis fac, do whatever you want. But St. Augustine is correct. If you truly love God, and you truly love your neighbor as yourself, with no exceptions, perfectly, whatever you willed with the love of God, perfectly aligned with your will, you could do whatever you want because everything you willed would be loving God and loving your neighbor. That's the point that St. Augustine is making in the Catholic tradition. The Satanists have corrupted St. Augustine, and they've taken the love of God and the love of neighbor out of it in its love of self. So do whatever you want. You want to make kids get into, all this nonsense, all this Satanism, all this pedophilia, all this disgustingness. Look at this. This is disgusting. Degenerate people. Witchcraft. Degenerate. I mean, these people should be in prison. They need psychiatric help, and they need an exorcism